Zack, Orji, it is an absolute pleasure having you in the Channel's Business Global studio. I have been in this studio for about 5 years, and I don't think there has been as much excitement, not from Channel staff, but from people in the building at seeing you. Are you still shocked when you go out, especially when you're outside of Nigeria, to how many people feel an affinity towards you?
First of all, I'm glad to be here. Yeah. I have watched you on television, and now I'm here with you. I have sort of gotten used to it by reason of the nature of my work, and because I travel a lot, again, by reason of my work. It gives me pleasure. It gives me a certain fulfillment about my work as an actor and filmmaker. It also enables me to appreciate people in return, because that's how I meet a lot of people. Some of those people, I'll never meet them again in my entire life, but I get gratified when I see people recognizing me and being very elated about it and walking up to me, some hugging me, some everyone requesting to take a picture and all of that. It's just a confirmation that the work I've been doing for over 30 years now has not been in vain. Because at the end of the day, the validation you get is from people, not from anyone else. It's the way people react to you. Most of those people I've never met, or they have never met me in their entire life. So for them, like here in the UK on this trip, I mean, I went to some places and some people couldn't believe that I was the one.
Wow.
Some people were even trying to touch my face to see if I was wearing something like a mask.
I can absolutely assure our viewers it certainly is you, and you're here in the flesh. You said so that you travel for work. Of course you do. Talk to me about why you're in London.
Why I'm here?
Why are you in London?
I came here to see my doctor, Mr. John Ye. I underwent 2 surgeries in Nigeria, 2 brain surgeries. I slumped in the bathroom, and I can only say that it's by the grace of God that I'm alive today, because I passed out. I was out for like 5.5 hours before help came. Incidentally, my friend Bala Ahmed was in the UK at the time, and the people in the house called him to say, we've been knocking on his door since morning and we've not been receiving any response. So he called another colleague, Benedict Johnson, who rushed to the house, and I was there on the floor, incoherent. I couldn't even stand, because when he raised me, I slumped again, and he had to call another colleague, whom we call Labista. So the 2 of them lifted me on their shoulders from the 2nd floor to the ground floor, and took me to the National Hospital, and then notified my friend Bala Ahmed that they had taken me to the National Hospital. And then the Minister of Women Affairs stepped in, called my wife, who flew in from Lagos, because all this happened in Abuja. Flew in from Lagos on the 29th of December. Now, met me in the hospital, and on the 1st of January, the first surgery was carried out on me. You can see the mark here by Dr. Biodun Ogungbo. Awesome guy, he's a neurosurgeon. And I kept going for different kinds of scans. About a month thereafter, I went for another scan, and they discovered that there was still some residue of blood clot in my brain. So they had to do a 2nd surgery by the same Dr. Biodun Ogungbo. And they were able to scoop out all the blood clots, and I spent some time recovering and all of that, and it was recommended that I should come to the UK for post-surgery assessment, which is why I'm here. I've been able to see Dr. John Ye on a number of... My last visit was yesterday. The first time when I saw him, he prescribed some tests. There were 4 different samples of blood tests that were done, and some other tests also. So we met yesterday, and he gave me a feedback on all of the tests. So when I go back to Nigeria, I'm still going to see Dr. Biodun Ogungbo for him to go through the feedback given by the doctor here to see what else needs to be done. But in all of it, I'm grateful to God Almighty, and I'm also grateful to so many people who stepped in. The President of Nigeria, the First Lady, the wife to the Vice President, the President's son, Sheyi, Minister for Women Affairs, Minister for Arts, Culture and the Creative Economy, Minister for Works, and a whole lot of other people. Even I was receiving calls from South Africa, from the UK, from the US, from some of them were willing to, they were asking me, how can we help? How can we be of assistance? So it was overwhelming the way people responded to the whole thing. And I'm alive today by God's exceeding grace and mercy through the people he used to be of assistance to me. And here I am, strong and healthy, and of a sound mind too.
Well, you're definitely of a sound mind. And can I just say, first of all, thank God for your life.
Thank you.
I'm so glad, and I think I speak on behalf of millions of Nigerians, not just Nigerians, because it's not just Nigerians who watched you on the big screen. You have been watched by probably billions of people around the world, and I'm so glad that you're healthy. But, you know, brain surgery is a significant undertaking, and you've survived 2 successful surgeries. We're really looking forward to hearing about your recovery because, of course, it serves as a testimony and a beacon of hope for so many.
In expression of my gratitude, I would also like to mention the Senate President. He was awesome.
Mr. Akpabio, yes.
Yes. About a week ago, was it about a week ago or more than that? I don't know who originated that lie. I call it a lie from the pit of hell.
Oh, of course.
That, well, not myself, they had passed away. And I saw it and I started receiving all kinds of calls, even calls from people I hadn't heard from for years. Most of them were just concerned. They wanted to find out if it was true and all of that. I can only say that sometimes the social media has made people to be so reckless and callous,
Of course.
to the point of spreading fake news just to grow their page. I believe that's what that person did. And it happened at a time when we had lost some of our colleagues.
Yes.
The latest one being Amechi Monago. He had just passed away when somebody started, spreading this lie about me. But thank God that our lives are not with men. Our lives are with God.
That's right.
It is God that is the keeper of our lives. It is God that is the strength of our lives. Thank God that it is not my time yet.
It's not your time, sir.
It's not my time yet. It's not my time, but I felt pained. That
is there going to be any repercussions for that? Because we've seen, I think it was Nathaniel Bassey earlier this week, decided that he was going to take some of these, keyboard warriors to court over some false accusations. Have you decided to go down that route?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to waste my time accosting anybody for that lie. I'll just let it go because I have more important things to do with my life and my time. The Actors Guild of Nigeria has been very proactive in the whole thing. The president visited me in the hospital and visited me at home, even as I was convalescing. And he was the one...
Sincere. It was sincere.
Yes, it was sincere. It was the one who came out to rebut, to put up a rebuttal of that fake news.
Yeah.
And
so you do believe there is support. So you wouldn't agree with what the masses are saying, which is that why is the Nollywood industry, the titans of the industry, why are they not looking after their veterans?
Who is going to look after who? First of all, the president of the Actors Guild himself is an actor. So who's going to look after who? It's just an association that listens to, that tries to take care of the well-being of its members.
Yeah.
And when things like this happen, they try to garner some support from the society
Yeah.
for the actors, because even the Actors Guild itself doesn't have its own money. People don't even pay their annual dues. So where would the Actors Guild get money to take care of any member who is passing through one discomfiture or another? So the only thing they can do is to appeal to members of the society.
Yeah.
And that's what is happening right now.
Absolutely.
And the nature of our work is such that we sometimes don't take care of our health.
Gosh, yes, of course. It's taking care of your health. And I suppose a bigger discussion is about education, isn't it? And, when people are coming into certain industries, especially, short-lived industries, thank God you're a veteran, you've had 3-decade career. There are some that are one-hit wonders, and they've got to look after those funds when they come for rainy days like this. It's such a shame we don't have much time, but I've got to talk to you. I want to have your thoughts on your recovery process. What do we expect next for you? Are we going to see you on screen? Are you going to have cameras following you around whilst you recover? Because, reality television is a huge hit now. I think lots of people will be interested in seeing how you are recovering.
Well, if there is one thing this situation has done for me, is to give me time to rest. I haven't been resting. My work taken me to different countries, brought me here to London, to the US, to Canada, Congo, Ghana, Cameroon, Kenya, South Africa, Sierra Leone, Liberia. I can't remember all the countries. So my work as an actor has enabled me to meet people. And I am Pan-African in nature, because I believe that the industry in Africa should be one. So wherever I go, I preach this Pan-Africanism, that we need to practice in the industry. No barriers.
Is that being received in Nigeria?
Yeah.
Good.
It's been well received. It's been well received. I have directed movies in some of these countries. I've also starred in movies in some of these countries.
Will we get more of that, or is it now resting time for you?
Yes, my rest will soon be over when I go back to Nigeria, because I have been approached already. There are some producers who say they can't wait for me to come back because we have work to do.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I feel great.
Yeah.
I feel good that I am still sought after. After 30 plus years in the industry, as you grow older, there are still roles for you to play. What
is your role now?
I'm like a father figure. We see people like in Hollywood, we see people like Morgan Freeman still working. Morgan Freeman is in his 80s. Before the surgery, immediately before the surgery, I couldn't recognize people. Yeah.
That was one of the symptoms?
Yes. Some of the people who came to the hospital to see me, I didn't even know that even though they came and we were talking, but I couldn't remember them. It was my wife who told me that this person came, this person came, this person came. But immediately after the surgery, when they brought me out, the first question I asked was, what day are we today? And my wife said, New Year Day, and I started wishing everybody Happy New Year. And so she said that's when she knew that
you're back.
That's right. But of course I needed some time to recover, because there were stitches. There were stitches done all around here with bandages and stuff like that. So it took me quite a while to recover. But I was feeling all right. My memory was back. I could recognize.
What about spiritually?
Spirit life?
Are you still the same?
I am still the same. I have a close relationship with God.
You always have.
So before I go to sleep, as soon as I wake up from sleep, my first communication is with the Almighty. It was just great. So he got all the first-hand information about me and all of that. Yeah. And I came with all the CDs of the scans that were done in Nigeria. He was able to read through them, and we discussed a lot of things, you know. It was
well, at least I can testify to the fact that you are a very healthy man. Really great seeing you, sir. And I'm so grateful that you took your time to come into the Channels studio. So
it's always a pleasure being at Channels. Always. I also want to use the time to thank all those who prayed for me, all those who are still praying for me, all those who have sent messages. They are still sending messages, you know, by reason of the false information that was being peddled on the social media.
Wicked people.
Those who...
He did thank the president.
Those who brought gifts in cash, in kind. Yes. Even those who came with 5,000 naira. This is what we can do. So there is so much to appreciate for what people do for me. Gratitude is, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
It's awesome. Thank you so much.